Hello, today I'm going to be making a buttermilk yeast bread, and I would love it if you want to give me comments on it, make it better. It's not copyrighted. So again, please like it, share it, subscribe to my channel. This is free for you to use. That's why it's up on YouTube. What you will need is 3 cups of bread flour and 1/2 of a cup of all-purpose flour. And I'll tell you why after. 2½ tablespoons of sugar, 1¼ tablespoon of salt. I use kosher salt. 1¼ cups of buttermilk, 1 package of yeast, 3 tablespoons of butter, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and of course coffee. You'll also need a 9x5 loaf pan, something to heat the buttermilk, sugar, salt, and butter in, something to let the bread rise in, something to spray it with. Buttermilk, salt, sugar, and butter. This is going to get mixed together, and the butter is going to melt. Before the yeast is added, you want to make sure that this is about 120 degrees, no higher. I poured this into this cup until it gets to somewhere around the right temperature. It's right now perfect temperature for yeast. Setting this aside for about 3 minutes to let it proof a little bit. In the mixing bowl, bread flour, baking soda, give that a quick stir. Adding the yeast mixture. Just want to scrape the flour down to make sure it's mixed right to the bottom. This is going to be on the stand mixer, probably setting 2 for about 5 minutes. And it should look like that. The spray dough is going in there. Oven is not on, so I have put some cling wrap over the dough for about 15 minutes, and then I'm going to remove that and let it rise for another 45 minutes, so 1 hour. Really quick kitchen tip. This is glass, which retains heat really, really well. However, that's why I had to switch to a measuring cup when trying to cool down my liquid. If you use a metal, you won't have to do the switch out. I just prefer to use this. I've been using this probably for 35 years. About 15 minutes later, I removed the cling wrap. 25 minutes in. It's been an hour sitting in the oven, and it looks like that. Punch it down. I like to do this. Gather it together. And that's not dirt, that's a crack. That all-purpose flour that I set aside before. Well, this is where it goes. All of it's going to be absorbed by the kneading process. You don't have to oil it. I do because it keeps it from cracking. Back into the oven where it's a bit warm for another hour or until the bread has actually risen to above the surface of the pan, almost to the point of baking. And now I'm going to turn the oven to 350 degrees. Once it's ready, this goes in there for about 35 minutes. When it's done, it should sound like this.